Warning! This is a review of Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD Collection. No audio clips from the game have been used in the purpose of this review. This is unbiased opinion and my own. Please respect that and leave comments for your opinions. Okay? Now let's have some fun. Welcome back to the Kadic Reviews, and sorry for taking so long with this one, but I've had a pretty good Christmas and I've gotten a lot off my plate, but this is the first of many videos you will be seeing from me. A review of Dragon Ball Z Budokai collection for the PS3 and Xbox 360. Now, for those who don't know, Dragon Ball Z Budokai is a series of fighting games based on the anime Dragon Ball Z. You already know my feelings on the anime, just watch the Dragon Ball Evolution review in the old playlist for the Kadic reviews to find out how I feel about that movie, but these are two of the greatest anime games ever made. Budokai 1 and Budokai 3. Budokai 1, of course, coming out in 2002, and Budokai 3 coming out in 2005. Both originally released on the PS2 by Infogrames, or Atari as they later known. Are these games in the condition you expect them to be? Or do they still hold up compared to the later Dragon Ball games like Raging Blast? Answer: yes. Both of these games have been perfectly reproduced in 720p. Not a single pixel or moment from either of the games, 1 or 3, have been removed. Everything from building your own character with caps, to the memorable cutscenes, to the somewhat frustrating objectives, and even the notorious controls, or lack thereof, have been retained. Budokai 1 gets about as much of a facial uplift as can be expected, but still, the slow and blocky controls and animations that plagued the game originally in 2002 still plague it here. The HD remake does it no justice, but for those that are fans of the original game, everything is as it were. It's still short, it's still not as big as you would wish, but it's a nice start. Based on the 2002 version of the game is practically identical, still not allowing you to control flight still having slow and somewhat unresponsive controls with the control sticks, even more so in the HD version. It seems like the control sticks for the 360 are just not sensitive enough to pull off the precise movements. Now, if you're playing this on PS3, it's just going to be like riding a bicycle. You know what you're getting here if you're a PS2 fan. The game that gets the most improvement, though, is Budokai 3. The bright anime-inspired animations are crisp and clean and bright while still retaining their overall look from the game's original release. The controls work a little bit better here, and just like back in the day, this is the essential Dragon Ball Z game. pretty much everybody who's everybody, minus a few, is in this thing, and Dragon Universe still retains what it originally was that made people go gaga back when the game was originally released in '05. In fact, of the entire series, and that's including Tenkaichi's, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 still ranks as the highest rated among the media, getting mostly 8s and 4 stars by most. It is widely considered the best of the whole bunch, featured games included. Now, the biggest problem with HD Collection is one that really shouldn't be: the musical tracks. We all remember the music from Budokai 1 and 3 being some of the best music for fighting games ever assembled. Well, unfortunately, those idiots at Namco Bandai decided to flub up with the one little niche pick that is going to drive people crazy. Even recycling tracks from Raging Blast 1 and Ultimate Tenkaichi to fill the void. And the few remixes from the actual game are only in Budokai 1. Even the Ultimate Energy, one of the best theme songs for any fighting game period, that's the opening theme to Budokai 3, is completely absent here. And if it's not absent and has been redone instead, it is a horrid redo. And the fact that the original cuts of the music are not even available as a choice totally brings down the nostalgia factor that this game is trying to recreate. Plus, much like it was when the two games were originally released, the lack of online support in any fashion through online playthrough, world tournament, or cell games, or even general exhibitions is a missed opportunity, one that may be a deal breaker. And there's no word whether that will be added back as DLC, but I wouldn't be holding your breath for it. Other than that, the two games retain what they once were. False examples of why the anime genre in video games have a love-hate relationship, and when they're in love, it works like this. When it's in hate, well, you get just about every other anime game. Excerpt the Naruto series from this discussion, they're usually pretty good. I give Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD Collection a resounding 8 out of 10 from me. It would have been higher if they would have not fubbed with the music and would have added some sort of online play. And, oh, by the way, before you mention it in the comments, yes, where's Budokai 2? I know the whole Dragon World board game was an annoyance, but it would have added another bit of value to this game. You're essentially paying $30 for two games, but having a second would have been a nice touch. But unfortunately, it's not in here. Until the next Kadic reviews, I am Leoko Line 59. Live life by the code.